Hey everyone, this is Mike Wolf, and welcome to the Food Tech Show. Today's guest is Kevin Brown, the CEO of a company called Innit. I've been talking to Kevin for, going on 6 or 7 years now. We first started talking in 2015 when I started the Smart Kitchen Summit. And at the time, the company was really one of the first focused on this world of the consumer kitchen and connecting everything digitally and coordinating that cooking experience, digitizing the food, using machine vision, and all those kind of technical tools to help make people better cooks. And since that time, Innit has evolved to really move heavily into the grocery shopping space. And that's what this conversation is about. They announced earlier this week that they're partnering with Google Cloud, particularly the grocery and the retail side of Google Cloud, the vertical focused division within that larger group. And they're becoming a part of the offering for the Google retail team, the Google Cloud retail team. And so I thought I'd catch up with Kevin and hear what this is all about, and also get up to date with what's going on with them more broadly and with the connected kitchen side and their evolution towards the grocery side. And so that's it. I interviewed Kevin for an article I wrote yesterday, but I thought many of you who are focused on the smart kitchen and on grocery tech would be interested in hearing this as well. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get to my conversation with Kevin. Hey, well, I'm here with Kevin Brown. Kevin, I think out of all the smart kitchen CEOs out there, you and I have I've known you maybe the longest. I think 2015 we started talking.
That's right. We actually launched on stage with you, back in Seattle. At
the Smart Kitchen Summit in that small little cannery. And things have certainly traveled a long ways. And the industry's moved a long ways. And you guys have had some news this week. You're partnering up with Google. Tell us quickly about what that's all about.
Yeah, that's right. We're really excited to be announcing a partnership with Google Cloud. So as you may know, Google Cloud has been taking all of Google's technologies and bringing them to power lots of different industries. One of the big industries they're going after is retail. And so, they've been working with us to essentially put together a solution targeting grocery retail. So, Innit is kind of a vertical market expert in food and recipes and nutrition and how it all comes together. And so, what we do is we essentially combine the Innit capabilities with the Google capabilities to now power grocery stores to have a much better digital experience with their consumers.
So, grocery stores have realized more so than ever over the past year that they really need to have a digital presence. I mean, we've been seeing, you and I are both old enough to know that grocery retail online has been around for at least 20 years, but a lot of grocery stores didn't take it seriously. They had to take it seriously over the past year because of the pandemic. And so there's been a rush towards digitization, and there's a lot of things happening in the space, right? Amazon is entering, and they're kind of a threat. You have some of the others like Instacart basically trying to own the consumer in many ways. So tell us what Google is doing for a grocery store if they are looking at this landscape.
So think of, in the past years, the grocery e-commerce was a very small percentage of the business, and now it's really exploded. And consumers are really expecting to be able to get their groceries multiple different ways. Sometimes they want to go into a store. Sometimes they want it delivered. They want to be on mobile. They want to be on web. And so what Google brings to that is the whole Google Cloud platform brings all of the, sort of the cloud computing, but then all of the best technologies from Google. So you think things like search, AI, voice, all of those advanced technologies. And so Google is an ideal partner for them because they're neutral, that they don't, compete in, running, stores. And so they are, going and reaching out and closing big deals with a lot of the major retailers. And so where Innit comes in is they want to make sure they have all of the Google capabilities, but then to really tailor them to each vertical industry. And so we're coming in as kind of the food experts. We've been working on all of everything from personalized nutrition, shoppable recipes, meal planning, guided cooking. So all of the digital experiences that can help people through the meal journey when they have to plan, shop, prepare, and cook every day.
And you guys started looking towards the grocery side a few years ago. I think the big splash here, the big star, was when you acquired Shopwell, which was a company that basically digitized grocery data and the shopping experience. That was just kind of your move into that space. Before that, you were largely focused on the consumer kitchen and shoppable recipes and that part of the meal journey. It seems like you're increasingly looking and spending a lot of your time focusing on grocery versus the in-home cooking. Is that because it's easier to monetize that? I mean, it just seems like that's where a lot of the guys in the kitchen space have started to look towards.
Well, what's clear is that the consumers have a challenge. They need to piece together meals every single day. And right now it's very fragmented. You have to use one app to, get nutrition information, another app to order groceries, another one for, recipes, another one for your gadgets. And so what we saw is that fragmented experience was not working very well for consumers. So we'd already gone deep in the kitchen and helping consumers with that cooking journey. And with the Shopwell acquisition, what this did is we realized that there was a big set of challenges in just finding the right foods and turning that into a meal plan, that's different than the 4 things that you cook every day today. So what we want to do is to make sure that we could really go deep, help people find the right groceries that fit their diets, wellness. If you look at, the majority of families in the U.S. have either allergies or diets that they're following, and there's a lot of complexity, a lot of stress that people go through to find the right foods and to plan meals and, sort of do the whole front end of that. And then if we can digitize that part and make that a lot easier, then we already know what all of the food is when it gets into the kitchen. So for us, instead of opening up 3 or 4 different GPS apps to get there, we've got a single, continuous journey that can start from inspiration and what's for dinner and flow all the way through.
And if I am a grocery store and I want to use Google's platform, that is something where I can sign up and that then Innit is a module within that. It's basically one of the offerings that they offer through the Google Cloud for retailers. Is that correct?
That's right. So, it's all kind of pulled together. We're doing all the integration and testing. So it's really the best of Google plus all of the market sort of expertise and depth in food and nutrition and recipes and all of that.
You talked a lot about personalization in the past. And so that's one of the things I've just increasingly been interested in. And the idea of the personalization of the grocery shopping experience is something I think that can happen when there's greater data. So talk about how maybe someone using Innit can have a more personalized shopping experience.
That's right. So let me use an example of, we're going to cook dinner and we're going to start from a recipe. And so there's a recipe that pops up or is presented. And that recipe can even be tailored to, basically the things that I've, liked before or types of food that I like, or it could also fit my, my diet. Let's say I'm a pescatarian. So you could start even with a recommendation of recipes that would be a good idea that would fit my diet. And then, I could say, all right, let's go ahead and order all of the ingredients in one click. So it's a shoppable recipe that enables me to, cut through that whole, searching and trying to figure out the right sizes and the right ingredients and if it's going to work. So we've done all of that logic. And so essentially now we can automate the picking of products to match your diet. So if you have an allergy to soy, for example, we can screen every single product that's going into that basket. And make sure that it's a good product for you. So that's where Shopwell went very deep on nutrition, and we've launched in Europe with a number of big retailers, offering this type of personalized nutrition. And so now we can start to embed that into every experience because people are kind of drowning that, there's 40,000 products in the store and searching through and which is the right one. And, people today have been squinting at the fine print on their packaging, trying to figure out if it's, a good product for them. So this is really where computers can come in and help, where we can, start to, take your diet and your profile and bring recipe ideas, bring products, all of them queued up, and basically build the store around you so that you don't have to, fight through, and search through, just the vast quantities of different options.
So you've been in this journey for a while, the Smart Kitchen journey. Talk about where we are because, a lot of the early talk was around, okay, let's get an app, connect fridges and ovens and kind of being able to kind of let some notice, kind of have some notifications sent, turn things on and off. It seems like in a way, the conversation has moved a lot more towards commerce. Where are we in terms of like the connected kitchen and where do you see going over the next year or two?
So, we're excited, and Google is excited about the future of that. But it happens at sort of hardware speed, right? As new products are rolled out and connectivity is added and so forth. So it's got its own pace and schedule. And so what we see is that is going to be a big deal, especially if you can buy a meal and it'll automatically cook itself when it gets into your kitchen. So that's something that we've worked with Google quite a bit on as well. And so we see that as one of the anchor pieces over time. But right now, there's a huge focus on the front end of that, of how do I deal with all the wellness and health issues? How do I find the right products? How do I shop? What's that whole digital journey that's going to inspire me? And so, that's where we had basically put all of the building blocks together over the past several years to finally be able to embed that into the shopping experience itself and carry people all the way through. So for us, it's really important to make sure that we can help people with the challenges that they're feeling right now. And as they start to get all of those new appliances coming in, they're going to have Wi-Fi. That they're going to get connected. It's just a matter of the replenishment of those installed base units.
All right. Hey, well, Kevin Brown, CEO of Innit, thanks for spending time with me and telling me about what's going on.
My pleasure. Great to talk.